Good morning to the early risers. I am Juliana. Thank you for joining me for the strength and conditioning class today. Hopefully everything is okay. I'm sorry the light is coming in over my head. I will try to keep the screen down a little bit so there's not too much light coming in, but I might cut off the top of my head a little bit. So if there are any questions, please just go ahead and you can put the question in the chat box if there's anything that comes up throughout. But yeah, let's get started today. So we're going to start with some dynamic stretching. Let's go ahead and bring knee to chest and come up on with the toes. Hope everybody's feeling okay today. Nice little morning workout to start your Wednesday off right. Forgot to start my timer. Keep going. Okay. And just for equipment today, we'll be using our mat. We'll be using a band. Whether it's the long flat band and you can tie it off, or if you have a looped band, that would be great. A foam roll and some small weights. And we'll do our hip openers. Knee and ankle, pull it on up. Trying to keep our back straight. Try to keep a strong core while we're getting a stretch for the hips. Good. Going. And we'll switch to the hamstring. So we'll keep the back straight, opposite hand toward opposite toes. Get a nice stretch through the back of the thigh. Good. And a couple more. All right, one more for the hamstrings. We're going to keep the back straight. We're going to stand on one foot. Keep the knees straight that you're standing on, and we're going to reach down toward the ground. Get that stretch in the back of the thigh. Come on back up, and we'll switch. And alternate back and forth. Go at your own pace with this one. You just want to be able to feel the stretch, but really think about keeping your back straight to protect your spine. Very good. We'll do a few more. Last one. Okay, let's do the hip flexors. We're going to open up the front of the hips. So we're going to step forward into a lunge. We'll bend both knees and feel a nice stretch in front of your back hip. Push back and switch. Lunge, feel that stretch. Feel it a little bit more, we can add an arm reach in. Switch, and arm reach. And we'll do a couple more on each side. One more. Good. All right. So we're going to take that same lunge. We're going to come forward. We're going to reach our opposite hand down, either toward the floor if you can reach it, or you can even reach to the inside of your leg and your knee. Reach down and twist. Get a little twist for the spine. And then we'll switch. Lunge forward, reach down, and twist. Push back, reach, And twist. Twist. Reach. Good. Couple more. Twist. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and turn our bodies toward the camera. We're gonna do a wide reach with the legs, and we're just gonna get a stretch for the inside of the thighs. So I'm gonna lean over, bending my right knee, keeping my left leg straight so I can feel a stretch on the inside of my thigh, and just go back and forth a few times. Feel that little bit of a stretch, and switch. Good. Back and forth. Go at your own pace with this one. Just feeling that good stretch. Very good. And one more I forgot to do is a quad stretch. So we do a lot of quad work in here. We're gonna make sure we get to that one. So we can either bring the heel towards your bottom, or if you can't quite reach your to hold on to your ankle, you can just kick your heel towards your bottom. So we'll go alternate with that one. Just get a stretch in front of your thigh. Good. Okay. Last one. Great. Okay, so we're gonna do some squat work with the band now. While you're grabbing your band, I'm just gonna move this screen back just a little bit, sorry. See if we can get the sun out of it a little bit more. Okay. Okay, hopefully that worked. Well, helped a little bit maybe. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get our band, and then we're gonna put it up above your knees. All right, so let's bring the feet a little wider than hip width apart from each other. Have a little resistance out against that band. And we're gonna come into our standard squat. So we're keeping our belly buttons in, we're pushing the bottom back, weight in the heels as you squat down, and push into those heels and squeeze the glutes as you come back up. Push back and squeeze. And go ahead and go at your own pace, but you want to be able to feel this one in the quads and in the glutes as well. Really think of keeping that weight in the heels, not only as you come down, but as you push back up as well. Very nice, hold those belly buttons in. Nice stable core. Good. Squat, squeeze, squeeze, weight in the heels. Good job. Don't forget to breathe. We got 10 seconds left. Last one. Great. Okay, we're gonna go a little wider with that stance. And we're gonna do our skater squats. So, feet are still facing straight forward. We've got some resistance outwards against the band. We're gonna come down into our squats, sort of centered at first. My weight is in my heels, my belly button's in. I'm shifting my weight over to the right side. So we've got right shoulder, right hip, right side of right knee, and side of right foot, all lined up with each other. My weight is still in my right heel. Keep your head height the same, and just lean over to the left side. Left shoulder, left hip, side of left knee, side of left foot, all lined up, weight in the left heel. And we'll shift to the right. So the goal with this one is to really keep your head position the same so that you're not bobbing up and down as you switch from side to side. You're moving nice and slowly with some control. Keep the weight in the heel, and as you're shifting and as you're holding, we're still keeping that core activated. Belly button towards your spine. Switch on over. Very good. Keep going. Nice. Side to side here. We've got 10 more seconds. Weight in the heel. Weight in the heel. Very nice. Good. All right. Go ahead and shake them off a little bit. Okay. So we're going to come back to that first squat position with the feet just a little wider than hip width apart. We're going to come down into our squat. Weight in the heels. My bottom is back. If I'm looking down, I am seeing my toes on both my feet here. My knees aren't so far forward that they're covering up my toes. So my bottom is back. Hold this position, hold this squat, and we're gonna rotate the knees. Outward pull against that band, and then come back to the neutral position. Pull outwards, back to neutral. Now I say back to neutral so that you don't overcompensate and really bring those knees back inward, inside the feet. So we've got our start position in neutral, pull outwards, back to neutral. It's not a huge movement. We don't have a whole lot of mobility of the hip in this position. So you're just going to that range where you feel like you can't open up anymore, and then come back to neutral. Keep the weight in the heels, keep your bottom back, hold those belly buttons in. And then think about your feet too. Your feet should try to stay as flat as possible on the mat or on the ground as they can. You don't want your feet rolling up or ankles rolling out as you do this one. If we want to get a little more challenge, come down a little deeper into that squat and rotate. You feel the burn in those hips. You should be feeling those quads too as you're holding this squat. But you're doing great. Keep it up. We got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. Shake it off. Felt the burn with that one. All right, so I'm going to grab my foam roller for balance. If you've got a foam roller, that's great. If you've got a chair or wall to hold on to, just something for balance. So we're going to do our fire hydrants. Let's start by standing on our right leg. So your chair, wall, foam roll should be on your left side for some counterbalance. So we're going to come down into a little mini squat. My weight is in my right heel. I'm going to lift my left foot up off of the floor. Keep my bottom back, weight in the right heel, and then I'm going to rotate this left knee back and diagonal behind me. You can see me here. Pulling against that band. Now the only moving piece here is my left leg, my whole right side, my pelvis, my core, my trunk. Everything else is staying nice and still and stable. Utilize your chair or foam roll as much as you need to for balance. If you want a little challenge, you can either take some pressure off of that foam roll or chair, or you can come a little deeper into your squat. Very nice. In terms of where you should feel it, your quad and the leg that is on the ground, but a lot of glute on the leg that's on the ground. And of course, you'll feel some from that moving leg in the glute as well as you're rotating your left leg. This is a tough one, you guys. Good job. Keep holding it. Keep the weight in the heel. And 10 seconds left. Almost there. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Great. Woo. All right, shake it off a bit. Okay, we'll switch sides. So I'm going to bring my foam roller to my right side. Okay, so I'm going to come down into my little mini squat. My weight is over my left leg now, picking my right foot up off of the ground, weight in the left heel, pushing my bottom back, and rotate. Right knee back and diagonal. So just like the other side, the only moving piece here is this right leg. Left leg stays totally still and stable. Torso stays still and stable. Belly button's in. The tendency is to let your trunk follow your leg as you rotate, but really try to keep that trunk still. And weight in the heel. The more you push down into the heel, the more you're going to feel your glute working. The more you push your bottom back, like you're sitting in a chair, also the more you're going to feel your glute working. Good job, everybody. Keep it up. And we got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. We will shake those legs off. Move my, oh, actually, I'm going to keep holding on to this. So we're going to use the same thing for balance again. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to have you bring sorry, just kidding. I'm going to move this out of the way. We're going to come down to the ground. Let's go ahead and lie down on our sides. Okay, so we're going to start with some clamshells. So we're lining up the heels with the tailbone. We're going to lie down on the side, stack the hips right on top of each other, keep your heels together, and rotate your top leg up and down. So a couple of things to think about. Belly button stays in. As I'm lifting my right leg up, I'm not rotating my torso back. So sometimes it helps to have your hand on your hip to make sure that you're not moving from the torso with this one. But keep those heels together. And control. You should feel that top glute working as you lift that knee up. Good. One more. And then we're going to straighten out the top leg. Keep the bottom leg bent, top leg straight. And now we're going to lift that straight leg up and down. Keep that knee nice and straight. You should feel that similar area that you felt in terms of work in the glute. If you're not feeling it in the glute, push your leg back behind you just a little bit more so that you can feel the glute instead of, I don't want you to feel it in the front of your hip. So really push that leg back. Good, straight knee, up and down. Pull those belly buttons in. Very nice. Okay, we got one more challenge here. Let's bend that knee. We're gonna come up onto our elbow, push up on the knee, and we're gonna come into our half plank position. So hips up off of the ground, keep those heels together, and clamshell in this plank position. Good. Last challenge, straighten that leg in this position. 4, good, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Woo. Feeling that burn there. All right, let's turn around and start with the clamshell on the other side. We'll go ahead and lie down. Okay, line up the heels with the tailbone. Bend the knees, keep the heels together. Hips stacked right on top of each other, and rotate into that clamshell. Keep your heels together as you lift the knee upward toward the ceiling. And strong core. Keep those tummy muscles activated. Don't let the torso roll back with your leg. Torso stays still. Good. 2 more. All right, now we're gonna straighten that top leg, keep the bottom leg bent, and up and slightly back with that straight leg. Feel that glute working. Very nice, up and down. Good. 3, 2, 1, good. Go ahead and come on up to our half plank position. So elbow and knee, push the hips up off of the ground. Oops. All right, keep those heels together and rotate, clamshell in this position. Good, okay, last challenge. We're gonna straighten out that top leg. See if you can do 10. 2 more. Good job, all right. Good, let's come on up to, back up to standing. And we're gonna bring this band down just above the ankles. All right, gonna come to the side of my mat here. Keeping my knees straight, body up nice and tall. Toes facing straight forward. Straight leg crab walks. So I'm pulling outward as much as I can, as far as I can against this band. And the thing to think about with this is that the toes stay facing forward. You don't want the toes to be facing outward. That's sort of the tendency. They want to go to that outward position. And we'll go back and forth. One more time. Feel the sides of the hips, maybe down into the thighs a little bit working. Good, and back. All right, nice job. So we'll keep the band there. We're gonna come down into our little mini squat. Same position at the feet, they stay facing forward, don't let them splay outwards. My weight stays in my heels, bottom back. If I look down, I should be able to see my toes. Again, my knees are not going so far forward that they're covering my toes up. And we'll do the bent knee crab walks. As you pull outwards, you want your knee and your toes to stay in line with each other. Don't let the foot get there first and then the knee has to follow. So you want to try and get the knee and the foot to the position at the same time. You don't want those knees diving inward toward each other. Good. Couple more laps here. Good job, everyone. Let's try and do one more lap. See if we can get one more lap in 20 seconds. Good. Nice, good job. All right, shake those legs off a bit. And now we're gonna do our monster walk forward and back. Okay, same position that, of that last crab walk, a little bit of a squat, bottom is back, knees are behind the toes, so they're not coming forward in front of the toes. Bottom back, and then we're gonna come into our forward diagonal step, come together. Forward diagonal step, together. Now I'm just going to lengthen my mat And then we're gonna go backwards. Back and diagonal, come together. Back and diagonal, come together. Good job. Try to keep your head the same height as you are taking your steps and then coming together so that you don't step and bob up and down with your torso at all. Try and keep your head the same height. All right, so you can get one more lap in here in 20 seconds. Awesome. All right. Go ahead and shake them off. Last one with this band around our ankles. Okay, so I got the foam roll on my left side here, or the chair, wall, whatever you're using for balance. Stand on your right foot, and you're gonna push your left foot back so the toes are lined up with the arch of your right foot. So we got the leg back just a little bit. Keep both knees straight, and we're gonna bring the left leg out to the side. Let me move the foam roll out of the way so you can see where I'm moving. Back and diagonal with the leg. Out and in. So we're gonna try to stay balanced on that right leg as you pull against that band, bringing the left leg back and slightly diagonal. Really try to keep that left knee nice and straight. Kind of, you can see my shirt here, my pelvis is staying even, meaning I'm not letting my hip drop down, okay? Stand nice and tall on that right leg as you pull out against this band. Good job, keep it up. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, shake it off. Shake that right leg off. And yes, you'll definitely feel it more in the stance leg than you do in the moving leg. So same thing, set it the same way. The toes on the right foot will line up with the inside arch of your left foot. Keep the knees straight and pull back and diagonal with the right leg. And we're trying to keep the torso as still as possible. Utilize the foam roller or the chair to help ensure your balance. And pull against that band. Keep that right knee straight. Good. 10 seconds left. Feel that burn on your stance leg. You'll definitely feel it in the moving leg too, but a little bit more in the stance leg. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, let's get rid of that band. And let's go ahead and take a little break. Go ahead and get some water. And this next part we're going to do is the circuits. So get some water, towel off, take a little breather. I'm going to try to move this camera back just a little more. Okay, So, I don't know if that helps at all. Okay, so I am going to have you grab some weights. I'm going to use my medium weights here. Pick whichever weights you want. If you don't want to use weight, that's fine too. If you have some water bottles or something like that, you can always use those too for some weights. So the first exercise, just a reminder for I think all of you have been to the class before, but for the circuit, we're going to go through 3 exercises, and we're going to go through that circuit twice. So each exercise will be able to hit twice. So if you figure out the first one that the weight was too much, you're not going to use weight for the next time around, that's fine. You can always drop the weight in the middle of your set as well. No pain, want some challenge, but no pain. So the first exercise we're going to do is our reverse lunge. We're going to step back into our lunge. As we come up, we're reaching those weights up overhead. Bring them back down, and lunge, and reach up and over. And I'm sorry, I'm going out of the screen here, but I'm basically just coming into this position with the weights in standing. Okay, so we are going to start the time. In just a sec, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and reverse lunge, and reach. When we're halfway there, when we get through 45 seconds, I will let you know, and we'll switch legs. And reach. Lunge, reach. Good. Couple of things to think about when you're doing this one. As you lunge back, most of your weight is on your front leg. And as you come up, you're really pushing into that heel of your front leg as you drive the weights up and overhead. Push, down, push. Good. And we'll switch legs. So step back with the opposite leg. Reverse lunge, reach. Lunge, reach. Good job. Might have to use lighter weights for the next set for me. Gotta keep being able to talk here. Step back, reach, back, reach. We got 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Good job. All right, let's put those weights down. Now, I'm going to grab my band. And I got a long band here that you can use a long band, or you can still use your loop if you want to. Either one, either your loop band or your long one, if you have it, or if you were tying your long band, go ahead and untie it. With this one, what we're going to do is a side lunge. So we're going to come out to the side, lunge. When we come up, we're going to pull outwards against that band. Lunge out and pull. So the goal with this one is you kind of see me from the side. I'm pinching my shoulder blades together as I pull my hands outwards. Okay, that's the movement for the band when you're coming back up. Okay, here we go. Time starts now. Side lunge and squeeze the shoulder blades. Side lunge, squeeze. Squeeze. As you're pulling outwards with the band, I'm not sure if you can see me here, but my palms are facing up. My thumbs are facing outward. As you lunge, sit back into that heel, and your bottom comes back. Good. Almost there. Keep going. Pull. Good. All right, and then we're going to switch sides. Lunge to the other side. Sit back in that heel and pull. Sit back, pull. So just like with the squat, when you come down into your lunge, you don't want that knee bending forward in front of your toes. Oops, sorry. It's Squeeze, there we go. Lunge, you don't want that knee coming forward in front of your toes. You want to keep that knee back behind your toes. Squeeze. Sit back. Four, three, two, one. Good job. All right, and then we'll put that band down. Keep it to the side over here. Okay, so we're gonna come down onto the mat. We'll lie on your back. Okay, knees bent. We are gonna come up, if we can, so this is the challenge. We're gonna straighten out the right leg. So the thighs are right in line with each other, okay? We're gonna lift up into a bridge, keep those thighs in line with each other, and we're gonna rotate that right leg slightly out to the side, back to center. Slightly out to the side, back to center. So the goal with this one is to try to keep the pelvis nice and even. Don't let it drop down as we're doing this one. So if that's a little bit too much, you can always try just a standard single leg bridge, or if you need to, of course, just a double leg bridge. Okay, it's up to you. But we will start the time right now. Bridge up. Keep the pelvis nice and even. Push into that heel of the leg that's on the ground so that you don't cramp. And maintain that push as you rotate in and out. In and out. Just like with the fire hydrants, the only moving piece is this straight leg. Everything else stays nice and stable. Dig that heel down into the floor. Checking the time here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll switch legs. Go ahead and straighten out that opposite leg. Thighs right in line with each other. Push down into your heel. Keep those thighs in line with each other. And out, and in. Out, and in. Good. It's not a huge movement with the rotation. In and out. If you're moving too much that your whole body is sort of rotating, just move a little less with that leg. You really want to try to be as stable as possible with this one. And remember, dig down into that heel. That'll really help to activate the glute. That's going to keep you up in this bridge position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Come on down. All right. Halfway through the first circuit, I'm going to grab my smaller weights this time so that I can talk. Okay. Back to the first exercise. This is the reverse lunge with reaching overhead. Time starts now. Lunge and reach. Lunge, reach. Good job. Lunge, reach. Nice, everyone. Keep it up. Reach, lunge. Good, and we'll switch legs. Standing on that other leg, reach back and overhead. Step back, overhead. Lunge, reach. Good job. We've got 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Good job. All right, we'll drop those weights, and then we'll get our band. If it didn't work very well with the band last time, you can always use small weights too, the same weights, and just rotate the weights out instead of the band. It's up to you. Okay, here we go. Side lunge and pull outwards. Side lunge, pull. Lunge, pull. As you lunge, the weight goes back into your heel. Push the bottom back. Make sure your knee is not going out in front of your toes. And as you are pulling, whether it's weights or a band, the palms are facing up toward the ceiling, thumbs are facing outward. Very nice. And we'll switch. Oops, lose my balance here. Okay, switch to the other side. Lunge and pull. Lunge. Good. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you pull the band or pull the weights out. Weight in the heel. Five, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, take a breather. Oh no, sorry, oh my gosh, too soon. We have the bridge first. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Sorry to tease you with that breather. Last exercise of this circuit. Lie in the back with the knees bent. Straighten out one leg so the thighs are right in line with each other. And bridge up. And rotate out and in. Out and in. And remember, if this one becomes too hard, you're feeling any discomfort in your back at all, come on down and just do a regular bridge. Dig that heel down into the floor. Try to keep that moving knee nice and straight. And try to keep those thighs in line with each other as you're moving in and out with the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And we'll switch legs. Thighs in line with each other. Push into that heel. Squeeze the glute as you rotate out and in. Out and in. And again, the only moving piece is this straight leg. Try not to move your torso at all. Try not to let the other leg move. The other leg kind of wants to follow it. Don't let that other leg move. Dig into that heel, squeeze that glute of the foot that's on the ground. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm sure it's time for a rest. So go ahead and get some water, towel off, take a little break, and we've got one more circuit to go. Okay. All right, so here we go. First exercise of the last circuit. All right, you guys have done this one before. We're gonna come into our curtsy squat. So we'll stand on the right leg. We're gonna move the left leg back and to the outside of your right leg. We're gonna bend both knees. We're gonna hold it down here and curl. 1, 2, push back up. Curtsy squat, 1, 2, push back up. Okay? Use some small weights. One of the other options, I'll do that with this one here, is you can stand on your band, and then as you curtsy squat, curl, curl, I'm up. Okay? So I'll use the band so you can kind of see how that works. Okay, here we go. Time starts now. 45 seconds. Curl, curl, come back up. Curtsy squat. Curl, curl, push up. Curtsy, curl, curl, push up. Curtsy, curl, curl. I feel so fancy when I do curtsy squats. Curtsy, curl, curl, push up. Step back, curl, curl, push. Curl, curl, push. Back, curl, curl. Good job. One more. Curl. Good. Okay, and then we'll switch. So I'm just going to switch my other foot into the band here. Okay, and then we'll step back into our curtsy. Bend both knees and curl, curl, push on up. Curtsy, curl, curl, and push. Curtsy, curl, curl, push. Curtsy, push. Curtsy. Good job. Keep going. We got 10 seconds left. Curtsy, curl, curl. See if you can get one more in. And rest. Good. All right, we take that band out. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my medium weight. So I'm going to show this one from 2 different angles. I'll show you from the side first. So I'm going to be standing on my left leg and balancing on the left leg. I'm trying to keep that knee nice and straight. I am going to reach my weight. I've got my medium weight here. I'm going to reach my medium weight to the inside of my left foot. Try to stay balanced and reach overhead. And then I'm going to try to move the weight to the outside of my foot and reach overhead. Now the goal with this one is to try to keep the back nice and straight no matter where you're reaching that weight to. My back stays straight and my leg stays straight. So all that motion is just coming from that hinge of the hip. Okay? So I'll show you from the front so you can kind of see where I'm reaching. But I'm reaching to the inside, and then I'm reaching overhead, and then I'm reaching to the outside, and then I'm reaching overhead. Okay? So we'll go ahead and try that one. When we're halfway there, we'll switch sides. Okay, here we go. Time starts now. Keep that back straight. Go at your own pace with this one. It's much more important, as I say that, to be controlled, to move slowly and with control. And we're reaching in and out with that weight. If the weight is too much, you can always just use your hand reach. You don't have to use a weight. The important part is to get that hinge from your hips, and you should feel that pull and work in the hamstring and in the glute. Reach and overhead. Reach. Very good. See if you can get one more. Good. Okay, and then we'll switch arms and switch legs. All right. Back straight, knees straight, reach down and overhead. Reach outside the foot and overhead. If you're like me, it might be quite a bit harder. Oops, on one leg versus the other. Whether that's in terms of balance, whether that's in terms of flexibility, maybe even strength. Lots of things can contribute to that. But just as important to move slowly and with control. Out and up. We got 10 seconds left. In, reach, out, reach. You get one more in. All right, fantastic. Okay, the last exercise of this circuit, we're gonna come down into our plank position. Now, for the first 45 seconds, we're gonna try to be in our plank on our elbows, okay? So on the forearms here, we're gonna come into our plank position, and for 45 seconds, we're gonna try to alternate, bringing one foot out, bring it back in. Other foot out, back in, okay? So we're gonna alternate that way. The next option is, for the second 45 seconds, is to start in that plank position on your elbows. If you can, rotate to hands. Come back down to elbows. Okay? Now, if there's any history of wrist issue or any problem with the loading up of the hands, hand or wrist, stay in the forearm position, and for your second 45 seconds, you can always try bending the knees. So this position instead, okay? I don't want you to feel any wrist pain or hand pain with this one, especially if you have a history of it. Okay? So here we go. 45 seconds. Come into your plank. Time starts now. Plank. And then leg out and in. Out and in. And alternate sides. So just like some of the other ones, we've got a moving piece as the leg is moving, but we're really keeping the torso, head, neck, shoulder blades, all those stay really strong and stable. Good job. And good, we're halfway there. So now we're gonna try to come up onto the hands and down onto the elbows again. Up and down. And remember, wrist or hand issues, go ahead and stay in your forearm plank and either do the same exercise or the mountain climbers, where you bend the knees toward the elbows. Good. See if you get one more in. Nice. And rest. Okay. So just one thing real quick while, before we go through the circuit one more time. One more option for that one. If being in a full plank is a little bit too hard as you're rotating from your forearms to your hands, you can always come into that knee plank, that kind of half position plank. And then from here, rotate down to the elbows, up to the hands. Okay, so keep that in mind for the next one. All right, here we go. Last one, I think I'll use my band again for our curtsy squat with curl. Okay, here we go. Time starts now. Curtsy, curl, curl, up. Curtsy, curl, curl, up. Curtsy. Good. Good job. Hold those belly buttons in. Curl. Curtsy. Good. See if you get one more in on this side. Great, and we'll switch sides. Okay, and curtsy, and curl, curl, up. Good. Curl, up, curtsy, curl, curl, up. And we got 10 seconds left. See if we can get another couple of them in here. Try one more. Good job, everyone. Okay, we'll take that band or those weights out. And I'm gonna grab my medium weight again. Okay, let's see if I stand here. You can see me a little bit better. All right, so my weight's in the right hand, standing on the left leg, and time starts now. Reach down to the inside of my foot and overhead. Reach down to the outside of my foot and overhead. Keep the back straight, hinge from the hips, and keep that knee straight. We're not going into a squat with this one. Reach and overhead. Reach. Good job. Hinge from those hips. Overhead. Out. And up. In. And up. See if you can get one more. Out. Good. All right, now I'm going to switch hands. So the weight's in my left hand as I stand on my right foot now. Okay. I'm reaching down and in and up. I'm reaching down and out and up. Straight knee, straight back, hinge from the hip. Feel that work in the hamstring and the back of the hip, the glute. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. We'll put that weight down. Okay, here we go. Last one with the plank. So remember, you can always do the half plank during that second part here, okay? All right, here we go. Time starts now. Come into plank on the elbows, side to side with the feet. Push the floor away with your forearms. Hold those belly buttons in. Good job. Time always seems to go by much slower when you're in a plank position. Good. Okay, halfway there. So I'll come into the plank on my knees here. Half plank, so I'm up onto my hands, down to my forearms. Up and down from here. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Here. Or you can do it in the full plank. Good. We're almost there, everyone. Keep going. Push. 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 We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. Whew, very nice. Okay, so just in time for a quick cool down. Go ahead and lie down on your backs. All right, let's bring both knees up to your chest. Pull those knees in. We can go side to side with the knees. We can make little circles with the knees. Back and forth. Release some of that tension. Great job. Thank you so much for coming today, for getting up bright and early to join me. I gotta figure something out with the light that's coming in here. I will try to fix that by next week. Hard to find some spaces in here. Okay, so we're gonna straighten out one leg and we're gonna straighten the other leg up toward the ceiling, get a stretch for the hamstring. My 2-year-old daughter has taken over our entire house, so finding some space of my own is a little bit hard. So I'm sorry about the glare that comes in with the light. I'll find some coverings before next week. Let's switch legs so you can actually see my head for the whole time. Get some ankle turns also. Ankle circles back and forth. Feel a good stretch of the hamstring. All right. And then let's switch to, we'll bend both knees, feet flat on the mat. We're gonna cross the right ankle over the left knee. You may feel a stretch just right here in this position. If you wanna feel a little bit further stretch, go ahead and pull the knee towards your chest and feel that little deeper stretch into your hip, the outside and back of your right hip, or the hip that's crossed over. Take some deep breaths. You guys did so great. Make sure you stay hydrated today. Good, and we'll switch. Go ahead and cross that left ankle over the right knee. Feel the stretch there if you want to, or feel a little bit deeper and pull that knee up into your chest. A little deeper stretch to the outside and back of that left hip. Take some deep breaths. One more. Great. All right. Last one, let's come up onto our knees and kneeling position. Tuck that tailbone under, lean forward, reach the arm up overhead, feel a stretch in front of your bottom hip. Take some deep breaths here. Good, and switch. Tuck the tailbone, lean forward, reach up and over. Good job. All right. And I will stay down here so you can see me. So thank you again so much for coming. Hopefully I'll see you all again next Wednesday, 7 a.m. Check out some of the other classes that are being offered if you haven't already. There's some other really great ones offered throughout the week, so it's on the website, agilept.com. And I think you all have my email, but just in case, it's Juliana, Juliana, at agilept.com. Thanks again so much for coming. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a great rest of your week.